Pastor Fred, this is the Follow Through. Great to have you with us today. And I don't know, are you having a bad day? Sometimes we just have a really bad day. And today in the scripture, we come across a family having a really bad day. This was when Lazarus in John chapter 11 had died. Jesus was friends with this family, Mary and Martha. He had been in their home. And, so he hears that Lazarus died and he weeps, right? He gets upset, but he doesn't go right away. And it's curious, and it's only after 3 days pass and Jesus has there on the fourth day, and it's beyond any hope, right? Back in those days, 3 days was sort of the time period. If someone hadn't come back to life, maybe it was a misdiagnosis. Maybe they're gonna, right? They really didn't die, and they're gonna be okay. 3 days, kind of the test period or whatever you want to call it. Fourth day, not gonna happen. And so Jesus gets there, and he is gonna raise Lazarus up. And the family's got all kinds of doubts about this. Martha is like, look, if you take the stone away, Jesus, if we open up this grave, it's going to smell. I mean, he's already started decomposing. And Jesus says this in John 11, verse 40. He says to her, he says, "Did I not tell you that if you believed, you would see the glory of God?" Now again, I'm sure that when Jesus told her that, she was like, oh yeah, I'm going to see some great things, and Lord, you're amazing, and you can do some stuff. But we don't have any reference to someone being raised from the dead. They certainly hadn't. I know I've never had it happen where someone was dead and was was a couple days later, and then somebody raised them up. We just don't see that happen. And yet we see something like just as incredible. We see people who were dead because of their sin come to life because Jesus gives them faith, right? Faith in him, faith in his death, faith in his resurrection, faith in his victory over death and the grave, and they come to life. That's what God did for me, and that's pretty awesome. And that is the very glory of God. And that's not the end of it, though, is that just like Lazarus came to life as Jesus just called him out of the grave, he will do the same for all of us who believe in Jesus, who believe in his victory. Man, I stand on his victory. I trust in his victory just as much as I trust in his death for me, and his love for me, his forgiveness that he's given, and the guidance that he gives me, that one day that I will even overcome death and the grave. Certainly not with my power, because I will be dead, but he will give me life and raise me up at the last day. What an awesome, incredible hope. And I pray that hope fills you with all that you need to face what you're facing today, to deal with what you're dealing with, because you might be dealing with a death of some kind. It might be actual literal death. It might be just the death of a relationship, the death of your hope in something, but God is there to bring you back to life, to give you his hope, to give you all that you need. Just turn to him, just trust in him today with everything you have. Just give it over to him and know what he is going to be able to do. It's just incredible stuff. It's glorious stuff that God does in our lives to bring us back to life even. Wow, pretty cool. So I want you to let's dwell on that today. Let that sink in. I hope this helps. If it does, please hit that share button. Share this with somebody in your life. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. Let's get those numbers up, man. YouTube loves those. So if you could do that, that'd be awesome. Thank you so much. You have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk to you next time.